Yo, what's up, you guys? Teddy Circle here, and in this video, I want to talk about the punch cube. This thing has been used to measure punch power. Guys just come up to it and just like throw their hardest punch, and it's supposed to measure how hard you hit. And previously, Francis Ngannou held the record for the hardest punch. It was like about like 129,000. It was like the hardest punch like in 2018. But since then, apparently, Joe Pyfer came out like I think it might have been like end of last year, or start of this year. He went on Joe Rogan podcast, and he apparently broke Francis Ngannou's record by a significant amount. And then after that, Alex Pereira, he came onto it and he did it, and he apparently broke the record too. And what's even more crazy is the strongest man in the world, quote unquote, Eddie Hall. He did it himself, and he completely broke Francis Ngannou's record. And to be honest, as soon as I saw that, I knew there was something wrong with the machine, or like there's something off about it. Like this guy does not hit that much harder than Francis Ngannou, and I have proof. First, I want to show you guys a clip of Tom Aspinall hitting it, and he doesn't come anywhere close to Francis Ngannou's record. Like he gets like 40K, well Francis got like 130K. But the weird thing is, him and Eddie Hall did a video together where they're like hitting a punching bag, and they measure their force, and here it is. So right here, Eddie Hall, he hits it, and he gets like a bunch of momentum, and he gets a score of about like 892, right? And on the punch cube, Tom Aspinall, he got 40,000 units, while Eddie Hall got 209 units. And now look at Tom Aspinall hitting this bag. First of all, he doesn't, get a big like momentum. He just hits it, and he gets about like four, he gets a record of 4 lower than Eddie Hall. So that doesn't make sense, because Eddie Hall, like I said before, he had 209 units, 290,000 units on the punch cube, but Tom Aspinall got 40,000. So this is very weird. The fact that, he broke Francis's record, and he got like four slots higher than Tom Aspinall, but on the punch cube, their records are so different. Furthermore, Francis Ngannou, he broke the record with basically a straight right hand, while Joe Pyfer, Eddie Hall, even Tom Aspinall, they all hit with like a right hook. And the thing about Pereira is that he hit it with his right hand, and obviously he's right-handed, but we've seen him in the octagon. He's hit several opponents with his right hand, and it doesn't really faze him, but he's hit people with his left hook without even like it being at full power, and they still take it. Like he's hit guys like Adesanya and Yuri Pross clean on the chin with the right hand, but nothing happened. And then Joe Pyfer, like he's hit guys, but for the most part, he TKOs him. He doesn't like lay him out cold. Francis Ngannou, to be fair, he did TKO several people, but he's knocked people out like cold with like a left hand too. It wasn't even like flush shots. It was just like coming forward or just like on the back foot. But I just find that this machine is just like untrustworthy because of that Eddie Hall and Tom Aspinall clip showing that they had a very different score on the punch cube, but on a regular punch machine, they're actually pretty close in power. So I feel like the real way to test out like who hits harder is, obviously this is never gonna happen, but I think that they should all be in the same room, all be in the same environment, and just hit it as hard as you can, all throw the same punch, no wind up or no momentum, just throw a right hook and see who hits harder. Because Eddie Hall, he might have the record right now, but I feel like he just used too much momentum and too much wind up. I think you just gotta stay planted and just like rotate your hips and throw it, just like how they do it in power slap. They don't let you move your feet, so I feel like that's how they should do it. But I feel like if they do it again, all of them like at the same time, I think that without a doubt, Francis Ngannou is going to hit harder. And I think that they all got hit with like the same boxing glove as well, so that everything's the same.